This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity Podcast. We're going to quickly walk through 20 stories that we're following today. And thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity Podcast. First, the markets tanked yesterday with the S&P down more than 1.5%, or about 1.35%, the NASDAQ down even more. This is based on both inflation concerns and Mideast tensions, sort of a real mess. Treasury yields in some places have hit 18-year highs. This is a real challenge for the markets. Second, markets are again down this morning. Lots of challenging news, lots of concerns about inflation, about the Fed, about global tensions, and so forth. Third, Netflix reported positive results. Is up about 13-14% pre-market. Notwithstanding that, there's almost nothing that I love on Netflix currently, but still, Netflix rebounding well. As a side note, if you're the first person to listen to this podcast and send me a text at 773-766-5322, and you're not someone that's won this award recently, we'll send you a $100 Amazon gift certificate. Thank you very, very much. Fourth, Tesla fell nearly 5% yesterday, is down again a lot today based on challenging earnings, challenging results. Fifth, Lucid Motors, one of the struggling EV makers, dropped 9.4% yesterday. Sixth, airline stocks got crushed yesterday. American down about 5%, United nearly 10%. Seventh, NVIDIA dropped 4% yesterday, also struggling right now. Eighth, we recorded on two different subjects yesterday, highly controversial. One, social engineering, quotas, and the need to move away from the zero-sum game mentality. And second, losing to friends in sports, plus 12 other business stories. Obviously, far worse to lose to friends in sports than to lose to people I don't know. A horrible day on Tuesday. Ninth, looking forward to visiting with Rob Gronkowski and Mia Hamm at the 29th Annual Becker's Healthcare ASC Conference. Nader Samy, the brilliant CEO of Nimble Solutions, will interview Rob Gronkowski. 10th, amazing what John Finger and McGuire Woods have done in the independent sponsor area. They've built a conference there. Just remarkable what John Finger and McGuire Woods have accomplished in the independent sponsor area. 11th, Barclays, the bank, fell nearly 15% yesterday, a bad day. 12th, Lenovo Group, the PC laptop maker, dropped 11%. 13th, Treasury yields jumping like crazy. The 10 and 30 year at the highest level in nearly 18 years, frightening for the stock market. 14th, Bitcoin has recovered to nearly recovered to 28,500. We'll see if that sticks or doesn't stick. That's where that's at. Next, it's fascinating for me to watch what Munjal Shah and Hippocratic IA are trying to do. They've got great funding from General Catalyst and from Andreessen Horowitz. A special shout out to Dr. Stephen Klasko, one of the leaders of General Catalyst and an advisor there, and also a leader with Sheba Medical Center. Also, special thanks to Brian Abrahams, CEO of American Friends of Sheba Medical Center. Next story, Morgan Stanley dropped more than 7% yesterday, a very challenging time for some of the big investment banks. Next, AllianceBernstein, one of the great wealth management firms, is up to $680 billion in assets under management, a terrific firm. Congratulations, 19th to Matt Hawkins and Waystar on their initial public offering and moving in that direction. And finally, a special shout out today to Mark Benjamin, as well as to Nancy Temple, William Crawford, Brian Levy, Kelly Jo MacArthur, John Savolas, and Robert Bernstein, as well as Jim Carroll and Robert Bennon. A special shout out, it's Mark Benjamin's birthday. A special shout out to him, wonderful lawyer, partner, Harvard Law School graduate, and a very good person. Thank you for listening to this version of the Becker Private Equity Podcast. Thrilled to have you listen. Again, if you're the first person to respond and text me, 773-766-5322. We'll send you the $100 Amazon gift certificate. You got to be somebody who's not gotten it in a while, and you got to be the first person to respond. Thank you for listening.